Yo, what's going on, YouTube? And today is going to be a very important video. When you are being an observer of your thoughts, you don't realize how much little things you do and the little things you feel play an important part in changing like your paradigm and what you manifest. Pay attention to what you're thinking on a daily basis and the story that you're repeating in your mind. So when you're being an observer of your thoughts, you have to focus on what you do, the little subtle emotions that you feel, or how you perceive certain things in your life. Because when you're a reactor compared to an observer, you're just going to be reacting to everything. Every little emotion you have, you're reacting to it. And when you react to things, that means you're giving power to those emotions that you feel. So whether they're negative or positive, the things that you react to is pretty much like your core belief. And you're wondering, right? Like, let's say, what core beliefs do I have? And when you don't know what core beliefs you have, you need to become an observer of your thoughts. Because the way to find out what your core beliefs are is the things that you react to within. And when you change what you react to and you get focused to, that's how you start to reprogram your mind. And what people don't realize is that when you react to things, you're giving that thing energy. So think about it like this. You have energy tokens, right? And you have thoughts in your mind. What are you spending those energy tokens on? Are you spending those energy tokens on negative things? Because think about it like this. There's times when you have a positive thought about something that you truly don't believe, you tend not to give energy to it. Like, let's say you have this random thought like, oh, I'm getting hella money and I have a good relationship with money, but you don't feel nothing inside, right? But then when you say, oh, I don't have money, I'm broke, then you start feeling this negative feeling. That's what you're spending your energy tokens on. You need to give more power to the positive thoughts. The relationship with the money is what you need to give the emotion to. And you might ask yourself, okay, like how do I do that? You need to spend more time embodying the positive thoughts. So the problem is that for a very long time, you've been giving that negative thought too much power over yourself to the point where it's now like your core belief. And when you have a core belief, that's where your emotions are going to go towards, is that core belief. Because you believe it so much, you start to feel it, right? And when we think about law of assumption, it's all about the feeling state. So you got to realize, okay, that's my core belief. Let me switch it around. So when you start to focus on the more positive thoughts, you will start to embody it. And it's going to take some time. It might be quick for you or it might be slow for you. It just depends. But when you embody that state of mind of positive thoughts, you will then begin to feel those thoughts, because once you impress your subconscious mind, that's when you begin to feel that state. It's not, oh, let me just lie to myself and try to make myself feel better. No, it takes time. You gotta visualize. Before you go to bed, just visualize yourself counting up a lot of money. That's when your mind's gonna believe it, and when you believe it, you could feel it. But in order to do that, you need to impress your subconscious mind. Let's talk about being an observer of your thoughts. So when you become good at observing your thoughts, you start to realize like hella shit that triggers you, right? Because back then, when you don't really observe your thoughts, you're kind of just going with the flow of life, and you're just in this cycle of what you're going through and just being in the cycle of being a reactor. So when you get good at observing yourself, you will notice like in a certain like key moment, you will notice what triggers you. You will notice like the sensation or the feeling of what makes you not feel good. And when you start becoming the observer of your thoughts, it pisses you off because you're like, bro, I never knew I felt like this. Like, I didn't realize, because you're not self-aware. And self-awareness is really important. Self-awareness is when you become an observer of your thoughts. And you will notice like when your body and emotions start to feel this belief so damn strong that it plays out in your life, and you got to change it. You're like, nah. Hell no, I'm not giving my time to that no more. What you see might still play out because it's still your core belief, but you got to work on it and change it. Like, right, if you're not being happy or being upset with life, you got to change it. Your life still might upset you, but you have to persist. Being persistent in those positive beliefs and embodying that state no matter what life shows you. And that's how you become the observer and not the reactor. And shit's still going to trigger you. You're not going to be perfect at it, but it's going to take time, because these old thought patterns have been programmed in your mind for so long that you don't even understand that you've been reacting to this shit since you were a kid. Like, you might have had these same thoughts when you were younger and didn't even notice. Your mind is almost like an engine, bro. Like, I'd say like a machine. Your mind is a machine. You need to take hold of that machine and start controlling that machine a little bit. Because as humans, we run off thought patterns. Without you realizing, we run off thought patterns, but it's up to us to change those thought patterns. So it's like you're going with the flow of life, But what flow of life are you going with? The negative thoughts or the positive thoughts, right? Because throughout your whole day, you're not going to sit there and observe your thoughts all day. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. I feel like this video is an important video to become the observer, y'all. Become the observer of your thoughts and not the reactor of your thoughts. And you will like self-master your mind. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. I love y'all, and I'm out. Peace.